Um, People think that since I'm uneducated, I definitely don't have a high IQ, and I'm not very good at speaking. I have trouble pronouncing words. They probably think I'm highly unintelligent, uh, which is fine. People have their own opinions about things and stuff like that. I mean, that's what makes people people. But like I'm trying to crank out the videos because I realize I need to go on a different direction in my life. There's not much more I can really go with this platform at this time, so I'm just kind of like a hamster on a hamster wheel. I can crank out a couple grand with some of my shorts, and that's cool. It's cool to be able to do that, to have that type of reach. It's not the reach I want, but um, it's the reach the universe is giving me, and honestly, it's more so than like the average person. So, granted, what I've done with my digital footprint, whether it's music, whether it's writing a book, can I finish up my second book and publish that, or making videos like this, or creating like trying to create entertainment with comedy. I realize that I'm probably not going to reap any benefits from this myself. Um, and that's something that I've talked about before, where I feel like um, I swim in the sewer so other people don't have to. Um, just like I said before, like in the video I was trying to talk about with my ex fiance, is like I helped her during her absolute lows, some of her absolute lows in her life, and someone else gets to reap the benefits of where she's at now in her life better than she was with when I found her. When I said she's got like new teeth and everything like that, that's what I'm saying is like somebody else. That's just a physical thing, but I'm sure there's a lot of I don't know. I don't follow her or anything like that, um, and I don't care to. And I hope the best for her. I don't wish any harm on or her or anybody else. I wish only the best. So, but how I helped dig her out of um, some of the lows in her life, and I don't get to reap any benefits. Um, that's how I feel in my life. I've chose to uh, live a humble life, um, a very modest life. I get to see people in my similar type of um, standard of living, seemingly live higher than me when it comes to material stuff. I'm sure my kids have had this type of experience, um, or to be able to go do things more so um, than I could. So I felt like I've sacrificed a lot. I haven't done everything perfect for my kids, and I've apologized for any type of mistakes, and I think that's the best way to help with people's traumas. Some traumas I don't know if people could ever get over, but I think that if you caused a mild trauma in somebody's life or something like that, maybe had a mistake when they were younger raising your kid, I think a good bridge is to apologize to them, acknowledge that you made a mistake, and um, give them an avenue to forgive and possibly get out any type of resentment and listen to it, and then they could heal. I don't buy on the term of Tate saying like hold everything in. A lot of men like to hold everything in. If you have we know what that causes. You know, the male population self deletion is astronomical. Okay, so we know where that leads, but there is good to holding in trauma if you're trying to create. If you want to use that as motivation too, so it's like it's a double edged sword. Me personally, I really don't care about building an empire. Um, I don't care about having a gigantic kingdom. I don't care about having a Bugatti. I don't care about having a gigantic mansion. I'm fine just having a average life. I just like to have people around me that um, I'm cool with, um, and have people actually like respect me. That's where I would like to be, but um, I don't care about material things. I mean, I used to, but I realized like I'm probably never going to even have that stuff anyway. So, and if I did, like it would get old. That stuff gets old. You get it's cool at first, but then it gets old. I just hope that some of my material can make it past the people running these tech companies like Amazon or YouTube or TikTok or Twitter or whatever, wherever my content's at. And the Facebook, definitely Facebook, because I got a lot of stuff there I don't want, like pictures I don't want gone. But um, I just hope that it doesn't get scrubbed. And if I do, like I'm probably never gonna be like gigantic in my lifetime. Um, there's so many people that are more intelligent than me out here that you can go into specific things, um, but I'm sure that if 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 I ever do become memorable, it would be in the future. It'd be probably after I'm passed away, much like these some of these philosophers. I'm not gonna say that I'm even close to their level of philosophy because these people are highly intelligent, and instead of trying to exert so many hours of thought process and trying to, and I'm definitely like I'm not even on the same smarts as them when it comes to IQ or anything like that. I'm just a mere average person of regular IQ. I'm not that intelligent. I have some creativity, but I'm not really like the most intelligent person out here. There's so many more people that are more intelligent than me. Even people that are like normies are like completely that live in the matrix and all that. These people have way more IQ than me. And memory. I'm not good with memory, but so I don't. I'm not trying to compare myself to like uh, these top philosophers. I just can relate to like have an understanding of things somewhat in their reality, like in their environment, how they had a good understanding of things more than the average person in their time, and the people in their time didn't really grasp onto what they were talking about. Who was the one? One of these guys, maybe Schopenhauer or Nietzsche. I think Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche. Uh, Whatever. You know who I'm talking about if you know anything about philosophy. I just pronounced his name wrong. Um, he had so many books when he was alive. they weren't very popular. And now they're like some of the forefathers of philosophy, and it's possible that in the future somebody might grasp onto one of my things, and it might be a short that attaches them to this or my music, and be like, oh, that makes sense, and maybe they just use me to leapfrog. But you know what? I don't like to talk. It is what it is. Okay. Well, I guess I say all that because like I just put it out there and try to put these videos out here because like I need to try to do something else uh, in reality, and stop like really kind of living life like for tomorrow, and not I'm not really living in the present, and I haven't really felt like I've lived in the present for a while, even though I'm like um even though I understand like what's happening and deeper concepts than the average person of what's going on because I'm like paying attention. um um I'm not really living my life and having experiences. I just I need to focus more on my health, um, relationships, doing things in my physical world instead of just kind of like on the internet listening to things all the time. Um, Going out and doing things more. Things just haven't really. It's not that I'm like depressed. I'm just like I feel like I'm old, and I've done a lot of things. I've never been to something like really awesome, like going to a Super Bowl or something like that. But I've been to a football game. I've been to a basketball game. I've been to a bunch of concerts. I've went hiking. I've went kayaking. I've done a lot of different experience with my life. I've had these experiences, so it's like I don't really have that excitement. Um, like go to a car show, right? Like that's cool, but I'm not really. I don't know. I kind of like museums. Museums are really interesting to look at how things were done in the past, and that's something that I think that people in the future are gonna look back at and really analyze. They're gonna analyze. There's so much material. If this material like lasts, where people still have like computers and they don't go back to the Stone Ages in the future, I think like people are like there's gonna be a lot of analyzing, um, because there's a lot of social conditioning that happened over the last 10 years. I mean, there's been a lot of conditioning, but this is all documented online, and like you can talk about it before you would like read a book or something. like neat like Schopenhauer, you can read his book and stuff like that, and you can find out that way. But like, there's actual video of things and pictures, and yeah, so people are going to be able to analyze things like so much better in the future, and I think that um, people are going to have way better searches. So like, if you want to find like some type of um, maybe a certain song, you put like it'll be easier to find videos, songs, stuff that you're interested in. Um, you could just put in the algorithm some keywords, and all these different types of videos will pop up, and then you could just like you could have the AI narrow it down so much quicker. And if my content survives, it could possibly, and this is part of the reason why I make this too. Obviously, I want to make it now so I can get a bigger platform for now, and be able to use this tool to fund my life, so I don't have to work a real regular job. But for future generations, my kids can come back and look at this if they wanted to. Um, and listen to like some of the stuff I talk about if this stuff lasts, unless like YouTube decides to scrub me, you know. Um, yeah, I definitely need to focus. I need to, it's health, physical health is what I'm really focused on, and then I will go to more of like spiritual. Um, in the next couple of years after I don't have so much responsibility, I can really focus in on like the traumas that I've endured in my life, the emotional traumas, and it's true too because with you don't want to talk to women that you're attracted to about your problems. So like if I was attracted to a woman and she's listened to me complain, like a girl that maybe was attracted to me and she started listening to my channel, and she listened to me complain about things, she probably and talk about all that stuff. Me being so open, she'd probably be not attracted to me no more. But I'm at the point in my life. It's like I just don't care. I'm old. I'm a dusty old man. So, um, it's like whatever. But like, yeah, men have to keep their emotions in check. But being able to get it out and have people listen, have somebody listen, really helps people get over things. It's like venting your frustration. But like I said, you can use it for motivation as well. Um, so it's like a double-edged sword. Some of the biggest life changes people go through is when they go through some like the most extreme pain in their life to make them want to change and get out of their comfort zone. Um, like people wonder what the meaning of life is, and I think that there is no meaning to life. I think that um, you have to give your life meaning. Um, I think that like with spirituality, I think that there's something more going on than we know. But I think that our bodies have different elements of the earth. Like we got iron in our blood, we got um, electric flowing through our body, like neurons, or like we have electricity flowing through our body. Um, there's different natural from earthly um, elements that are in our body. That's just like water too, that connects us to the earth. Um, and I think that I definitely think that when we die, that we go on to something else. I don't know what that is. I don't. My belief is that it's not like um, I'll meet the God, the Christian God. I don't think that I'll meet the Creator, and then the Creator will be like, "You didn't do this. You didn't do this. You're gonna go to hell for eternity." No, I think a loving God would cast you to something like a worse life, but you should have um, a chance for redemption. That's a loving God to me. Um, that's why I think. eh, I don't think I couldn't imagine to be that much of a master where like you obey me or you go to hell forever when like there's so many questions that are in this world. Like if there wasn't so many questions and we knew, like it'd be so much different. Like even if I meet the creator and the creator's like, you should have followed me this whole time, you're gonna go on to a worse life. At least in that, hopefully in that worse life, I could know that like, yeah, I already went to meet God. Even if like I'm an animal or something, I can't communicate to somebody, and like I have a harsh like I'm freezing to death or something, or I'm getting eaten alive. At least I know like. I'm gonna go to heaven if or maybe I'll get another chance in another human body. You need to be able to have more clear cut. Um, a visitation from Jesus when you're before you're going into adulthood, like a personal experience of you can see, you can touch, you can smell, you can. People say they feel, but like I don't see. I see glitches, but I don't see like straight up miracles. I see, I see evil running the world. I don't know. It just maybe I'll go to hell forever. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. But I just don't think a loving God, somebody who created me, would would do that. Like you created me in the image of you, and because I'm questioning things, I'm questioning my reality, and I never met Jesus. I never seen the miracles. I got to rely on a book that could have been um, rewritten. Um, we got the Vatican who has like a huge library that people cannot see. They will not let people go down there. I just think that there's more to life than. And when I see these Christians like, um, these preachers like profiting and they're rich as hell. How the hell can you be worth so much and there's so many people who are like suffering in this world? It just I why would God allow that? Like why wouldn't God fine, God wants to stay out of free will, that's cool, but like can you put different people in different positions? Like can you like if you create, can't you create somebody to counteract that? Put them in a position where they're gonna expose this person. I don't know. I think that I think that um there there is a population problem. It's not an overpopulation. Right now it feels like an overpopulation problem. And um I think that I think that people are going to be more valuable in the future because there's going to be less of us. Um, I don't know what was in those. What happened in 2021? They won't tell us the substance for like 50 years of the things. I don't know if that changed people's chemistry. I don't know if most people get brain implants and they become cyborgs and there's like hardly any real humans left in the future. Um, there's not over in all these different places like China, Japan, and America. There's not a replacement population, so you will see things that you see now, ample things will not have they unless robots make stuff for us. It won't be accessible. Um, because you have less humans to create things for the masses. Um, I think like I think if you want to have a family, I think less internet better. I think less social media better for both of you. Um, and I think that females, if you find a good man, don't worry about how much he makes right now. instead, like, think about how you guys can build an awesome life together. Just because a man isn't wealthy materialistically or financially or right this second, doesn't mean that that same man can't have a way better life than somebody that you see right now that looks like they have all their stuff together, but they really don't. I think that females are being duped like big time by these puppet masters behind the curtains. Um, if you want to have emotionally healthy kids, you need to create a kind of almost a boring, repetitive environment where they feel safe, where they feel like they can be creative, where they don't feel like it's going to be turmoil, where both of the parents can get along and show the kids how a proper relationship should be, whether the parents have disagreements, but they work it out and they don't turn violent or like abusive when it comes to like yelling, because that's not good for kids to hear or witness. Um, I would say like limit substance like alcohol, drugs. Don't even take drugs. Um, Homeschool your kids. Try to do things as a family as much as possible. Try to have like the traditional type of nuclear family. Um, be humble with what you have. Even if like, and that's got to be hard when it seems like everyone around you is like doing way better, but if you look in the long run and all they have is their things, their material things when they're older, and then you got kids. I say it all the time. Don't have kids. Don't feel pressure to have kids. But if you want to have a family, if you want to have kids, I mean, a family and kids can be some of the most rewarding things in this life when it comes to meaning, because material shit doesn't mean anything, and we're at the point pretty much where people don't give a shit what you drive, what you have. It don't matter. Like, they're not impressed. People aren't really impressed very easily anymore. um I think that um